Hey guys, Jackie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is exciting for me because I am actually going to be testing out and wearing some Shop Miss A makeup. And for those of you that don't know what Shop Miss A is, it's basically an online dollar store. They sell makeup, they sell jewelry, they sell accessories of all kinds. There's actually tons of stuff on their website. I've actually never bought makeup off of Shop Miss A's website, but I have bought their lashes, which I love, and I have bought some accessories. I know that I love their accessories, but today's test is will I also love their makeup. Now the crazy thing is almost all of the makeup that I bought today is $1, with the exception of a couple of bigger items. Like I have a brush set here, and I think the primer was like a few dollars, but in general most of it is just $1, which is crazy to me. And those of you that have been following my channel for a while know that I love affordable makeup. I use a lot of affordable makeup on my channel. I'm a mom of 5. I have a tight budget, so if I can find affordable makeup to share with you guys, I get really excited about it. So I have high hopes. Hopefully I'm not too disappointed, but still, I mean, I think for all of the stuff that I purchased here, I spent maybe like $45 and I got a lot of stuff. Just to kind of explain what it came in, because I already took everything out of the bag just to save time to kind of organize it in front of me so that I could go through this video a little bit easier. But it came in this bag right here, and it was actually packaged really, really well. Each item was covered in plastic, which was then covered in tissue, and then that was covered in bubble wrap, and some of the stuff even had like a cardboard case around it for extra protection. So I think they do a really good job of keeping all of your makeup items really protected so they don't break in the mail. If you buy makeup online, you know that that happens unfortunately too often, so that extra security was really nice to see. Even for like dollar makeup, the fact that they give so much attention to making sure that it's packaged well for their customers is really great. So I'll kind of just walk through what I got as I start to put it on my face. I figure that's the easiest way to do it. So the first thing that I'm going to put on my face is this AOA Studio Wonder Skin. It's the Perfecting Blur Primer. I actually haven't taken anything out of well, I took it out of the packaging, but everything's still sealed, so I'm gonna have to do that now. Maybe I should have done that before the video to save myself time, but oh well. So this is what it looks like right here. So it's just this clear primer. It looks like it's got like sparkles in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's interesting. But this was a $1 item. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit on my finger here and just kind of rub it in my T-zone, because that's really the only place that I put primer, because that's where I have really large pores and I need a little extra help. So it feels kind of watery and slightly tacky, but not too tacky. It definitely feels hydrating. Ooh. Giving me a tingly sensation. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It looks like all of the products that I see in front of me so far have the ingredients listed on there, which is good. I mean, when they're super, super cheap, sometimes it's questionable. So it's nice to know that at least they list their ingredients on their products. It leaves like sparkles on the face. I don't know how I feel about that, but the next thing I'm gonna grab is this Muse 2-in-1 foundation and concealer right here. They didn't have a whole lot of options. A lot of their stuff, it seems like, sells out pretty quickly. They didn't have a lot of color options either. I think this is gonna be slightly too dark for me, but we're just going to test out the product. It's okay if it doesn't actually match me super well. Oh, I was not expecting that. It's a wand. Oh, okay, that's weird. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be too dark for me. I also got this brush set right here. It comes in this really cute little bag. And this was the most expensive thing I purchased, and it was $10 on their website. So it comes with quite a few brushes though, so that I think $10 is a pretty awesome deal. Yeah, this is more of like a fluffy powder brush. They're really soft actually. Those feel really nice. So it comes with that. It comes with, looks like a kabuki type brush. That feels really good. I love the wood handles. It's very cute. Wow, these brushes feel so soft. I really like this one too. And then there's a bunch of smaller brushes here. Looks like a concealer brush. These feel actually amazing. And there's a pencil brush right here. Kind of a bigger fluffy brush. I probably wouldn't use this for the eye. That's pretty big, but you could use it for highlighter maybe, contouring. And then a couple smaller blending brushes. This is an angled brush right here. And then a smaller concealer brush. And then a nice blending brush right here. And then it looks like nice flat angled brush. So that's a pretty awesome deal. I also want to say that I got this beauty sponge off of the website as well. It's called the Wonder Blender. It came in this package. The only reason why I took it out before the video started is because I wanted to wet it. It feels a little bit more firm than I like my beauty sponges to be, so I'm curious to see how it's going to help with application. But I think what I'm going to do is try half of my face with this kabuki brush and the other half with the sponge and see if the foundation works better with one or the other. Right away I can say that not a whole lot of product comes off with it, so I feel like that's kind of annoying for foundation. I think this half of the face I'll do the beauty sponge. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Hear that? It smells like old lady. I don't know, it reminds me of like perfume that maybe like my grandma used to wear, or maybe that, I don't know. There's something very nostalgic about it. I like the way it smells though. As strange as that sounds, it's a very comforting smell. It does smell like old lady. I like it. It's not super great coverage. I would say it's like light to medium coverage with the sponge at least. But right now, it looks pretty on the skin though. It doesn't look cakey. It's not clinging to any of my dry spots so far. So it's definitely too dark, so I'll be bronzing up my neck. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how the other side applies with that kabuki brush. And then I'll go ahead and... Okay, right away I can tell that the coverage is better with the brush. So I feel like that sponge probably soaks up quite a bit of product. But yeah, the coverage is so much better with this brush. And I really like how this brush feels. It's definitely luminous. It's giving off a more glowy, luminous look. It's not a matte. It's drying down really nicely, actually. It's not tacky. Like, I don't even feel like I would have to set this with powder, which is awesome. I'm impressed. I actually want to see how it builds. So I'm going to put a little bit more on. I'll just use that brush since I know it does, or it helps with better coverage than the sponge does. I really don't like this applicator for it though. I'd rather it be a squeeze tube than this tiny little dinky wand applicator. So that's my only, you know, real beef so far. Okay. Wow. It actually builds really well. I am shocked. Like, that looks pretty. This is way too dark for me, but we're just gonna ignore that. Okay. Love that brush. For concealer, I have this AOA Studio Wonder Cover Concealer. It looks really peachy, so I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like on the face. And they didn't have the lightest shade, which is the shade I would normally get because I am so fair, but maybe because this foundation is so dark, it'll work. Well, this foundation is not that dark, but it's dark for me. This is oxidizing on my face a ton. Can you guys tell? Like, holy macaroni, I'm gonna have to bronze on my neck a lot. Don't like the applicator either. I feel like I have to dip in a million times to get enough product out. I think I'm going to, because I know this sponge soaks up a lot of product, I'm going to try this concealer brush first. Yeah, that's It's a pretty dark concealer for me. Oh, it dries down really quickly. Oh, I might regret putting that all over my face. Ah! So it's pretty hard to move around. I can tell it dries down quickly, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm not loving how it's looking right around my nose. Yeah, this whole thing is oxidizing so much that it's like a shade or two darker than it was when I first applied it. Grab the end of that sponge. Okay, that seems to be helping a little bit. It's not looking very cute right here. It's definitely looking cakey and clinging to the dryness right there on my face. I did moisturize really good before I started filming, but my skin has been like extra dry lately. Under my eyes here, it looks really good. It looks good on my chin. The only places I don't like the way that it looks is my nose, especially kind of around the sides of my nose here and then right between my eyebrows. I got this AOA Perfect Setting Powder right here, or AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. It's supposed to be the brightening powder, so we'll see if this will help brighten up the under eyes a little bit. I'm not really counting on it at this point because everything seems to be a little bit darker than what I expected from looking online. Get this product on the cap. Whew. Okay, I want to tap out my under eye area because I definitely crease a lot. This looks not super light. It looks really peachy, just like the concealer, but we're gonna go for it anyway. I know that I'm going to be doing eyeshadows, so I'm just going to pack it under the eyes like I would with my other setting powders. They didn't have my color in any of their brow pomades or in any of their brow pencils. They were sold out of a lot of stuff when I was looking online, so my choices were kind of limited. So I just picked up this Muse Cosmetics Eyebrow Powder, and it looks so much darker, of course, than it did on the website. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna grab this little angled brush right here. I don't have a spoolie, but we're just gonna wing it. It's okay. I'm just gonna dip into this powder. This was also $1, and see how it works. I don't know if it's the brush, but it's not very pigmented. I feel like I have to dip in a lot to get enough color. I can already tell that I'm not a huge fan of this eyebrow powder already. Maybe if I just kind of swoosh it between the hairs like this. Yeah, it's just not very pigmented. So you're gonna have to apply a lot more product to make it work, but I don't think my eyebrow looks bad at all. So just keeping that in mind, it might take you a little bit longer to fill your brows with this powder. I got this Muse Cosmetics Tinted Brow Gel. This was also $1. It's in the shade Auburn. And it looks a little bit lighter than the powder I applied, so maybe it'll help them not look quite as, oh no, definitely not. Definitely doesn't look lighter on the hairs, but I do like how it makes the front of the brow look a little bit more natural. Though since I don't have a brow pencil to kind of draw in hair strokes, this helps it look a little bit more fluffy, which is like how I like my brows to look anyway. But it intensifies the brow. Look how much darker that one is compared to that one. Those are some dark brows, guys. Yikes. It's okay. Moving on. I might grab this concealer brush here and try to clean up my brows a little bit with that concealer because they are a little bit messy. Now I'm going to grab this Blank Canvas eyeshadow primer by Muse as well. So here it is. It's kind of giving me MAC Paint Pot vibes, but we'll see. I'm just going to grab that same concealer brush that I used to apply it to the lid. I did already put foundation on my lid before I put this on, and I honestly don't think this is very good primer because as I'm like dabbing it in with my finger, the color, the foundation underneath is popping through, so I don't think the coverage of it is that great. I know MAC Paint Pot and a lot of the concealers that I just would normally use have a lot better coverage, so it doesn't give you that blank canvas type look that I prefer before I place eyeshadow, but it still might help the eyeshadow apply nicely. So I'm not going to say that it's a complete bust yet, but if you're wanting your primer to, give you a perfectly blank canvas and you're just applying this directly onto the lids without having any foundation underneath, you might not get that coverage that you're looking for. I probably shouldn't have put foundation on my lids, but I kind of just do that naturally anyway when I apply my foundation first. So, whoops. I'll just pick up this fluffy brush. This is the AOA Studio F30, and I'll just run that right over the top of that primer. I'm actually really excited about this. Now the packaging of this looks super cheap. It's like two little styrofoam slabs. It looks like the eyeshadows in between them, but maybe they're singles. I thought it was a palette, but if it's just singles, then that makes sense. It's just to protect them. I got this glitter palette. It's the Ultra Shiny palette by Santi. Oh, it's an actual palette. Okay, it's magnetized, I think. Oh yeah, it's magnetized. Okay, so it is just super cheap packaging. So here are the shades. This is all glitters. They're pressed glitters, it looks like. So I'm really excited to dip into these. There's got a purple, pink, silver, gold. No unique names, just very to the point. And then I also got this natural eyes color one. I think this is all mattes. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really cute. They're little flower shaped ones. But it's got nude brown, pinkish, and bee brown? Bee brown. Nice. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these actually. I'm curious. Okay, they don't swatch super great at all. The only one that swatched kind of good was the brown shade here. Oh, I know it's hard to see because my skin is so fair, but they didn't swatch great. That's okay though, because it doesn't mean that they're bad eyeshadows necessarily. Now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these ones. Oh my gosh. That is like gel. You dip into it. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look what happened. It's like all of the glitter just comes off of it, and then you're left with like this clear gel that barely has anything. And then it's super clumpy, and oh, I'm so sad. I thought it would be like a pressed glitter, not like a jelly. Ugh. But I will be trying it anyways for the sake of this video. So first, I'm gonna grab this palette right here, and I'm going to pick up this brown shade right here and place that all over in my upper crease area. It's very powdery. I'm using this AOA Studio E141 brush. I will say I do love the brushes. It's not actually bad color payoff. I think I'm just going to keep this same brush and dip into that darker brown shade and just keep that more directly into the crease to add some definition. I do notice the more that I blend, the more that the eyeshadow gets patchy and it loses the color in those areas. So I'm not as big of a fan of this darker brown shade. That's not looking so hot. But yeah, it's really, really patchy. not a big fan of that. I know for a fact that I'm not going to be a fan of this eyeshadow, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna grab this concealer brush to apply it. Maybe it'll be better than my finger. So I'm just gonna pack that all over my lid. I think because this still had concealer on it a little bit. That's really mostly what I'm seeing is the concealer on my lid and the tiniest bit of glitter mixed into it, but it's just clumping so badly. I don't even know. Am I missing something? Like, I don't even know how this is supposed to be an eyeshadow. I think I'm just going to grab this same fluffy brush here and just try packing it out here a little bit. Yeah, it's sticking to that eyeshadow. I'm sure they have better eyeshadow options. My options were just very limited when I went on the website. A lot of the ones I really wanted to try, because I feel like AOA, the brand AOA, seems to be pretty good. I wanted AOA eyeshadows, but they were just sold out of all of the ones that I wanted to try. And so I thought I would give these ones a try. Santi definitely is not doing it for me. I don't even know if this is savable. I'm gonna just pack a little bit of this pinkish color right on top of that glitter eyeshadow here, just for the heck of it. It'll stop creasing a little bit because it's not a good feeling either. I'm just gonna go ahead and come under the lower lash line with that darker brown shade and just keep it simple. I'm gonna grab this JK Just Color Waterproof Eyeliner in black that I got off of their website. It is also $1. And those eyeshadow palettes, I believe, were $1. I could be wrong. I hope they weren't more than $1, honestly, because they are crap. Here is what it looks like. Oh, that's a very, very stiff brush. So not very flexible at all. So if you like to have a flexible brush to do a wing with, this might not be something you like, but I'm gonna give it a try. Those are not the worst wings I've ever done. Definitely don't like the applicator, but it dries matte. So I do like that about it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the applicator at all. It's just too hard to get a precise wing, and I need a little bit more flexibility. I don't even need it to be super flexible. I just need a little bit of give so it doesn't skip on my lid, and it was definitely skipping a lot. I think I got two different kinds of mascaras. I got this Muse Cosmetics Voluminous Mascara here, which really cute packaging actually. And then I got this AOA Skinny Mascara. I thought I would like to use this on my bottom lashes, then I could use this on my top ones. Oh, that's a huge wand. Holy macaroni. Yeah, this is way bigger of a wand than I prefer. Mascara so-so. I'm not impressed with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up this AOA Skinny Mascara. Ooh, like that. Should use that on my top lashes. Okay. Oh, Houston, we have a winner. I like this thing. So easy to get right up against the lash line with it. I like that mascara much better. This mascara I will be using again. I love that so much more than this guy. One thing I know that I love already, from Shop Missy is their lashes. I love their lashes. Their wispy lashes especially are so pretty. These are the Alexis ones, and they are wispy and fun, and they're tapered, so they're a little bit shorter on the inside and longer on the outside. And I love these lashes. Oh, lashes help so much. Lashes made this eye look bearable for me. I got this Flawless Face. It's the Shaping and Strobing Highlighting and Contouring Kit by Zuri, it says. This, I think it was $1 too, but I'll have all of the products that I can find from the website down in the description box listed with their prices, but I'll also put it up here if I can find it. I'm not sure if it was more than $1, but the packaging is pretty sturdy actually. It's a nice thick plastic. It reminds me of like Makeup Revolution packaging. This is what it looks like. So it looks like you get a brightening powder right here. You get a contour shade. This looks like a highlighter, but it's super powdery and not very highlighty. So not sure about that. And then another contour shade here. This one looks a little bit warmer, so you could probably use it to bronze up the face more. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this fluffy brush right here. This is the AOA Studio F26. I'm just going to brush off whatever powder is left on my face from baking. My under eyes do not look brightened at all. So I'm going to give this shade here a try and see if I can use it to brighten up the face a little bit. Just kind of pack it under the eyes. Oh gosh, I haven't even looked at my face in a while. Anywhere where I have wrinkles or fine lines, they're much more accentuated. But everywhere else on the face looks okay, except for that it oxidized so stinking much that it's way darker than it was when I first applied it. This powder is not making the foundation look better. It's actually making the foundation look worse, but it is kind of giving it a little bit more brightness under the eye area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my whole face with that powder. I'm going to go ahead and use that same brush that I used for the under eye area, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here, and I'm going to use that to contour my face. That looks really ashy, even for me. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not terrible. But if you are someone who has a warmer skin tone, this definitely not work for you. It's a pretty ashy brown, which is so weird because I don't feel like it looks that ashy in the palette. But it might be because the foundation oxidized so much and it's more orange now. I don't know. We're just moving on. To contour my nose, I'm grabbing this angled brush here. It's the AOA Studio E140 brush. Pick up that same contour shade. For blush, I've got this, what is it? Malibu Glitz blush in the shade Blusher. And it's very, very, very pink. They didn't have a whole lot of shades available. The ones that I wanted were sold out, so I was like, you know, I'll just try it. Even if it's not the color that I prefer, I still wanted to see what the formula was like and how it applied. So we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna grab this AOA Studio F26 brush. Just tap lightly into that because it is bright. I don't know if you guys see, super bright. I mean, it's a fun color, but not really a color I would normally grab. Actually, that's not terrible. It's not nearly as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually really pretty. Ooh, it's got like some shimmer in it. I like it. It's very, actually looks more like a natural flush on the cheeks than I expected. I really like that. Hey, we have another winner! Hooray! So I think I want to warm up the face a little bit, even though it doesn't need it, but I want to try this shade right here in this palette just to warm up the face a little bit more. Kind of go around the perimeter of my face. I'm just using the same AOA Studio F26 brush that I used for the contour. That's a pretty shade. I don't mind that one. I'd probably dip into that one again. All of these eyeshadows and powders and things that I've used are super powdery, and there's tons of fallout. So I've got like powder all over my clothes. I'm gonna grab this UHD Pro Setting Spray here. I think this is the only other thing that I purchased off of their website that was makeup related anyways, that was more than $1. I think this might have been like $2 or $3. So hopefully it's good. This is what it looks like. It's the UHD, I think the brand's A2O Pro Setting Spray. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, ooh, that smells nice. Ooh, I like the sprayer. I actually like that sprayer a lot. Ooh. Oh, that smells really good. So I'm gonna grab this Shaping and Strobing palette again, and I'm going to pick up this highlighting shade right here. I'm just gonna grab this brush here that I used for setting my lids to highlight with. It's the AOA Studio F30, and I'm just gonna put that over my cheekbones. There's a little bit more. Okay, you gotta really cake it on. So I'm caking it on, and what's happening is it looks like glitter more than anything. It doesn't look so bad from far away here, but if you look up close, it just literally looks like a bunch of glitter specks all over my cheekbone. It doesn't look like a highlighter. Not a fan of that either. Grab a little bit on my finger and highlight the nose. Yeah, it's like little iridescent type glitter specks all over the face. No. It is time for the lips. I have high hopes that I will love at least one of these lip colors. I got several of them actually because I didn't know what kind of eye look I was gonna do. I've got this red, it's actually like a hot pink almost color, which would be fun to try. It's in the shade, it doesn't say, it just has a number. Maybe right here. Oh, it's it's lip 2069. So this is Amuse. I don't know. I think it's a liquid lipstick. And then this is Starry Lip Gloss Extreme Lip Glider. I love this packaging. It's super cute. Rich on Ink. I think that's what it's called. Rich on Ink is what it's called. And then I got this lip liner to go with that pink liquid lipstick, and it's called the Wonder Lip Liner by AOA Studio. This is in the shade Doll. I got this AOA Studio Wonder Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Faded right here, and then I got this Amuse Cosmetics, I think it's a liquid lipstick as well. It's a matte liquid lipstick in the shade 2100, so it doesn't have a name on that either. And then these two nude lip liners to go with each. This one is AOA Studio Wonder Lip Liner in the shade Faded to go with this guy right here, and then this one is the AOA Studio lip liner in the shade Nude, and I got it to go with this one because this one's more of a pinky nude and this one's more of a taupey nude, I guess. Do I want to try the nudes or do I want to try this one? You know, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them all and then I'll decide. Okay, that's pretty right there. And then this is, so that's the more pinky nude one, and this one's the more taupey nude. So more brown right there. Here is the Amuse one, the like bright pink. That's pretty. And then this is the lip gloss here. Okay, so that's more of like a peachy color. That seems pretty translucent. Like, it would be a better topper, probably not so good as just a lip gloss by itself. But what do I want to do? I think I'm gonna wear the bright pink just because it'd be fun to see what it looks like. But this is in the shade Doll, and I'm going to line my lips with that. This is way lighter than this lip gloss, so that was an epic fail on my part of matching. And then go ahead and try this lipstick. Oh, what does it smell like? It smells like medicine. It smells like the chewable children's Tylenol tablets. Do they even make those anymore? But I remember having them when I was a kid. That's what it smells like. I don't know if that's a good or a bad smell. It's a little sticky, but not bad. I feel like as it's drying down more and more, it's getting more comfortable. It looks really pretty. It's not super patchy. I feel like you have to do like a couple layers, but it's a pretty bright color, so that's not, I mean, for $1, I'm not complaining. I actually probably would wear this color again because it's super pretty with a different eye look, of course, but I'm not mad about that. I think for the most part, this was kind of a bust. Sadly, I had really, really high hopes. I was hoping that I would like a lot more than I did. Part of that could be that they were just sold out of so many things on the website that I got bad luck and just got the products that aren't quite as good. If you guys have found products on Shop Miss A makeup products that you love that I didn't use in this video, comment down below and let me know which ones, and maybe I'll do another video trying different brands or different products and see if I can have more that I actually like than what I've got here in front of me right now. I do want to mention some of the ones that I really did like. So I loved these brushes. I was so impressed by the quality of these brushes. The fact that all of these that came in the package or came in the bag were $10. They're soft, they are really good quality, they feel really sturdy, they're cute, the bag is cute that it comes in, and I'm just shocked that they were as affordable as they are. I, of course, like the lipstick. The formula feels great, it looks good on the lips, and for $1, like, you can't beat that. So I'm gonna actually try purchasing more of their liquid lipsticks off the website to see if I like them, because they had a lot of different colors on there that looked really fun to try. I was surprised by this blush. I actually really like it. It's beautiful. It's very like it's a flushy pink. I thought it was gonna be like super hot pink on my face and look crazy, but it doesn't look like that at all. It was very subtle. It reminds me of the Milani blushes with the rose engraving on it. This AOA Perfect Studio powder, I don't really have any feelings about it at all. I don't even know if it was good or bad. It did not brighten my under eye area at all. It was actually too dark for my under eye areas. That could have been my fault. I might not have gotten the right kind, but it said brightening, so I assumed that it would brighten my under eye area. These eyeshadows are absolutely terrible. Especially these glitter ones. Like, what is that? I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. That was just horrible. These ones are not terrible. I feel like, I mean, they were really patchy. They're actually awful. Both of these are just awful. Never mind. I'm not really going in order of how I applied it on my face, so I'm sorry if this is really unorganized. It's just how I roll. This Muse eyebrow powder wasn't bad at all. It wasn't super pigmented, so you have to dip in quite a bit to get the color payoff that you would want, but it looks fine. Like, it doesn't look any different than my eyebrows normally would with a powder, but I just had to put a little bit more effort into getting the product on. So would I buy it again? No. This primer, it's really hard to tell if it's a good primer or not because the foundation is something else, but I did think it was really odd that it left sparkles all over the face. So I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Is that something people want? I don't know. This Muse mascara here, I didn't love or hate the formula, but the brush is so fat that there's no way that I would ever use it again. It's just really uncomfortable to use on the lashes. But I did love this AOA Skinny Mascara for the lower lash line especially. I love it. I will definitely be using this again. This eyeliner, I really honestly did not like it at all. The color is great. It dries matte. It's a nice black, but the applicator is stiff. Like, it's like using a toothpick to apply your eyeliner. I mean, some people might like that. I don't know very many people that do. I definitely don't. It skipped on my lid and it was really hard to do a precise wing with. So, not a fan of that. This concealer was super dark and I might have a better experience with it if I'd gotten the right shade, but it just wasn't available. They didn't have a lighter shade than this available on the website, but it was really peachy. I also did notice that it dried super fast, so it was really hard to blend into the skin. So, I mean, if you worked with it little areas at a time, it might not be so bad. I mean, honestly, you guys, my skin doesn't look that bad. For the cost of this foundation and concealer, like, there have been some higher end foundations that I've used that have looked worse. I guess I should just put it that way. This isn't the worst foundation and concealer I've used. I think the color is just putting me off. So I would maybe want to try it again with the right shades. The coverage of this concealer is actually really good. I didn't mention that when I was putting it on, but I was surprised about the coverage. This foundation, I did not like the applicator. I don't like that it's like tiny and you barely get any product off, so it takes a lot to get it on the face. The coverage wasn't bad. It was buildable. With this sponge here, it didn't get super great coverage, but when I came in with that kabuki brush that came with this brush set, the coverage was a lot better and it did build really well. I'm looking at my skin right now and honestly, you guys, my skin does not look terrible at all. I feel like it's almost looking better as I've been wearing it longer, which is so weird. So weird. That's so strange. That's never how it works. But the only negative that I really see right now is that it accentuates my fine lines more so than any of my other foundations that I do like to wear does. So, I mean, if you're someone who has super smooth skin, this foundation might work really great for you. The lashes, of course, like I love their lashes. I buy them. Like I said, I've bought lashes off of their website many times before. I bought lashes before I bought really anything else off their website because someone told me about them. The eyeshadow primer, I wasn't super impressed with. It didn't look like it had very good coverage if you want that nice like blank canvas like you would get with a concealer or if you were using like MAC paint pot. I don't think I would purchase that again. It seemed pretty pointless. Of course, it's hard to tell if it actually was helpful with the eyeshadow because the eyeshadow was so terrible, but maybe I'd try using it again with better quality eyeshadow. Who knows? And then this Tinted Brow Gel by Muse. It's not bad. I mean, it made my eyebrow hairs look more fluffy, so there's that. Oh, the setting spray. I did like the setting spray. This was another win. I love the sprayer. It misted really nice on my face. I like the way that it smells. I don't even know what it smells like. It just smells really fresh and clean. I just love the smell. I don't know. It smells kind of like rose, maybe? Yeah, but I like it. I like it a lot. So there were a couple wins in there. It wasn't all a fail. But again, if any of you have any products that you've bought off of Shop Miss A's website, makeup products in particular that you love, let me know and maybe I'll try another video getting some new products and see if I have better luck then. Anyways, this is really fun. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. I would be happy to do more videos like this. I think it's fun to try new things and I love trying affordable makeup because if I can find good affordable makeup to share with you guys, then that really excites me. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.